but you notice how they were sort of orangish when they first came in. If you saw, is that what you saw as well, as a little bit of a duller?
Yeah.
And then when they got close enough
They get
over the highway, when they got over the Northwest Arm Drive.
Right. And then, but especially as it came in, it got brighter. It kept getting brighter and brighter and brighter, and then was directly above us at the ceiling where it was at the same time.
And then it slowed right down.
And then it slowed right down, and then it just stopped like this, and it just almost like hovered right above us, right? I mean, like that was at the purest that it was, okay? And then it kept moving off until it basically just vanished out of sight after that.
You know, for me, what it's done is that, you know, some people look at it and they'll say, well, that is an angel like in God, and they'll do a lot of things, and they all could be all those things. But for me, it just gave me such a sense of faith that in my life I become so discouraged in what I observe to be quote-unquote Christian behavior or belief systems being so lost with wars and stuff. I just felt that things were so negative. And when I had my first experience, it just filled my heart with this, like you said, it was like, finally I know.
Yeah, finally I know. Yeah, finally the confirmation on the intuition of what I already knew. But I wanted to see it firsthand myself, and seeing his belief.
Was there any physiological changes that you noticed, that after you noticed?
Totally cooled out.
It just really went through you.
Just went through me. The energy just warm and like been revitalized.
So, Mike, I guess the thing is what I want to sort of ask you was that you were actually out with me one time. We were just on the bus and we got into this really, really great conversation. And the next thing you know, you had the faith to come out into the field half an hour later on a cold March night. And we're standing there in the cold wind, if you remember how cold it was. And I was trying to bring a ship in, and nothing came in that night. But you still had faith in the process.
I still knew. And
you still knew. Because you said for many years you've known something there, you just that you haven't had the proof. And it just so happened that you met someone who happened to have been in contact. And when we were out there, and the one that came in really, really high, and then it sort of slowed right down almost to a crawl, your first reaction wasn't, well, that's a satellite, or it wasn't, well, that's not real, or, well, that's like too high up, or it was not a negative thought. But I noticed right away your thought was, wow. And then you point another one out and you said, look at that. There's one up there too. And then you became interested. And I wonder if you feel that also had an impact tonight.
Oh, definitely, because when I saw the first two, and they moving in and around each other and everything else. I mean, there was just, like I say, there was just too many things that were happening, and there's no way it could be a shooting star. It's impossible because of just the characteristics of it. And then you told me about the green beam with the.
Oh, you're right. Well, you're the first person that's seen the green beam in the sky.
I'm the first one that saw it.
Oh, no one else has ever seen the green beam they showed me.
Except you. You've seen it before.
Oh yes, a number of times.
Yeah, and I'm the first one that saw the green.
You're
beam.
the first witnesser of the green beam the green laser beam they show me.
Yeah, the laser beam that comes off the
well, it looked like a star, but it wasn't a star. It was just like that's where it started. The green laser beam started, and it comes out. And then with this night, they had two of them looked like a V, and they were coming out as a V. Like to me, that's what I saw.
Yeah.
Well, no one else has ever seen that. But I tell people about it, but no one else has ever seen it.
Yeah, well, you showed it to me because I asked you. I said, "What's that?" Very subtle, but it's like the sky just opens up underneath.
Yes.
The tunnel.
No one else has seen that. I just tell people about it.
What do you call it? Green? What was it?
It's a green laser. I call it like the green laser beam is the best. It has a greenish color to it. It looks like it cuts through the night. It's more like you say. It's more of a strange off color, greenish.
Like I said, I'm still sitting here right now. Like I say, and I saw it within the last hour.
45 minutes ago.
I've seen it 45 minutes ago. Okay, so, and I'm still right now in, I guess you could say, a bit of a shock.
Yeah, Mike, that's why I record these right away, because I like people to think about it.
But
later
it's a good
on.
shock. I mean, I'm not like. I mean, it's just like it has. It's definitely going to have an impact and a change in my whole perspective of life and a big time. Yeah.
And you're just, you're pretty close to my age, and I mean, we've lived a lot of days, we've lived a lot of years, and we've always wondered, even though we had a sense that there's something more there, we've always wondered, is there something else there? And I can identify with what you're feeling now, that it starts to sort of like a little thread, it starts to unravel, and you start to think about different things, and it changes so many things 3 weeks out or 4 weeks out. It starts slowly, and then it just starts to have far out ramifications for me anyway. And that's the reason why I like to record it, just to get a fresh view for yourself. Well, I really want to thank you for having the faith in me and allowing me to introduce you to my space friends or angelic friends.
Put the calendar back here for a second. The faith was always first, and then you were the one who interceded to finally, take me and put it in face.
Listen, Mike,
of the game.
Never forget that we're humans among humans.
Yes,
we
sir.
should always help.
Yes, sir. I understand. Done deal.
So that's what we have for tonight. I'm really happy that I introduced another person tonight. I've only had 3 people on my channel that's actually allowed themselves to be video testimony, and we have introduced probably another 5 or 6 other people, but that's okay. We're not worried. We're not counting numbers here. It's just that Mike really felt that he would allow it to be shared, and I really appreciate that. I hope everybody has a nice evening, and thank you for watching the video.